Hi everyone, and welcome to the Hermetic Shaman. My name is Jayme, and if you're new here, I am so glad that you have found your way to this space. If you are returning, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your continued support. Today's reading is a general collective message intended for anyone who feels drawn to it. As always, please take what resonates and gently release what doesn't. If you're interested in a personal reading or a session with me, you'll find the link to my website in the description box below. For those of you on TikTok, you will find that right on my profile. And if this message supports you in any way, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and for those on YouTube, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a reading. Alrighty, y'all, let us begin. I call upon my full divine counsel in this sacred moment. Yahweh, eternal flame and sovereign creator. Elohim, divine architects of form and frequency. Sophia, holy mother of wisdom, womb, and word. Papa Legba, opener of the gates, keeper of the crossroads. Hecate, queen of witches, guardian of shadow and flame. Yeshua, ascended master of unconditional love and truth. My beloved ancestors of the blood, spirit, and stars, the archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, and the eternal light of my Lyran soul, stand with me now. Surround this space in truth, clarity, and protection. Let every card reveal only what serves the highest path. Let falsehood fall. Let wisdom rise. May I be a clear vessel for divine messages. May my words honor both shadow and light. May no harm enter, no distortion pass through. I read as Flamekeeper, Priest, and Sovereign Starseed. I read with purpose, integrity, and divine permission. I open this reading in full trust and alignment. So it is, so it has always been, and so it shall be. Alrighty. We are going to be beginning with the tarot dice. Things might get loud for a hot minute, so if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. While I was preparing and getting ready, I heard they really need to stop messing with forces that they don't understand. And it was given the energy like that source is like annoyed right now. Because people keep doing spiritual warfare. They keep going back to their same old tricks. Like doubling down in a sense. Because they didn't get what they wanted the first time. And the divine is just sickened with all the entitlement. Universe and divine counsel. What is going on in collective energy? And what is it that the collective needs to know at this time? The Fool reversed. Shocker. And the Six of Cups reversed. Somebody here is unwilling to move forward. This is somebody here that's repeating a cycle. This is somebody here who's not heeding the warning, not learning the lesson. This is somebody that's allowing fear to take over them. Falling back to old patterns due to fear, maybe even due to pride, arrogance. This is somebody here who is stubborn. Something about the glory days. It's like somebody keeps wanting to go back to the glory days with the Six of Cups reversed. It's like somebody is so focused on their youth that they're wasting the rest of their life. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. This is somebody who doesn't feel like they can stand on their own. This is somebody who's extremely codependent, highly materialistic. This is somebody that's focused on outward appearance. They care more about what other people say about them. That's why they're reverting back. Maybe that's why the universe is sick of somebody's entitlement. Somebody here that keeps on repeating something over and over and over again. Seven of Wands reversed. This is pride and stubbornness. Because normally upright, The Seven of Wands talks about standing firm against some kind of opposition. But taking that to the extreme, this is somebody that's unwilling, not necessarily to compromise, but this is somebody here that doesn't see anybody else's point of view. So it's like purposely doubling down on this idea of trying to prove who they are to people who can see right through them. The King of Swords reverse. This is somebody who's very immoral, unjust, somebody here who lies a lot, manipulates the facts, could even doctor the facts, makes things up. This is somebody who is older. This is somebody here who has built their life like this. It's one lie layered and caked on with another lie. Strong Aries and Libra energy here. I also have Taurus and Libra again with this Nine of Pentacles reversed. And the Tower reversed. It's like somebody here is trying to keep something together. They're trying to keep something together. Maybe something here that was built on a lie. Maybe it's just their whole life. Because like I said, this King of Swords is somebody that is older. 30s, 40s, 50s even. And this is somebody here that always succumbs to fear, and due to them giving in to their own fear, and I feel like it has to do with them losing out on something that they could easily provide, or that they should be able to provide for themselves. It's kind of given the energy of somebody here who was enabled and coddled their whole life. But this is somebody here who I feel like also knows better, but doesn't do that, because the King of Swords, whether upright or reverse, right? Because the King of Swords upright needs to know how a King of Swords in the reverse operates in order for him to be the King of Swords upright. There would be no manipulation if there was nothing to manipulate. And there wouldn't be safeguards against manipulation if that wasn't possible. So one doesn't exist without the other. Just like light doesn't exist without darkness, and vice versa. Somebody's going back to old patterns and old ways. It's like they're trying to hold on to some kind of control with this Nine of Pentacles reverse and the Seven of Wands, holding on to control at all costs. And I don't even think that people... I think some kind of people are afraid of how this person will react. Maybe extremely negative. The cups are in the reverse, so somebody here could be very highly emotional, triggered, you know what I mean? That those people who can't control themselves. But somebody here is bound to repeat some kind of a karmic lesson that they're obviously failing to pick up on. And I don't even think that it's they're failing to pick up on. I just feel like they're just unwilling to do what is necessary. They don't want to do it. They want it done for them. They want to be taken care of. It's like somebody here wants to be... I don't know. I don't even want to say that. It's like somebody wants to be a child. They want to be taken care of. And this is somebody here who could even abuse things from the past. Like, this is somebody here who's like, oh yeah, well, you know, when I was 7, I bumped my foot on a rock, so... You know, it's like they use excuses to try and manipulate... that's why they can't do that, because, you know, when they were 4, they got a boo-boo. You know, so that's why they can't do it now. You know, very strange. But we do have the King of Pentacles with the Justice right here, so the scales are going to be balanced out. I feel like whatever this person was doing had to be at a detriment to the King of Pentacles. It's like they were trying to compete with somebody else's honor. It's like they were trying to replicate whatever this King of Pentacles had. And I feel like that's you, collective. And sometimes that could just be how you present yourself. Who you build yourself to be. I don't even want to call it like destiny swap. Like, it feels like reality swipe. Like, I don't know, it's odd. It's like this person is fighting. It's like they were fighting you for the attention that you received. But it's like they wanted people to give them this attention. It's like this person was extremely selfish. Like, they wanted everybody focused on them. And if they even caught wind that, like, other people were helping or assisting or parlaying with other people, then this person gets, like, highly territorial over their relationships. This could be family, friend, lover, business. Like, it's like they're super controlling, super territorial. I don't even think people are fighting anymore with that Seven of Wands in the reverse. I just feel like somebody's feeling the weight that nobody here is even caring enough to even fight them. Like, they just are like, whatever, you're on your own. And somebody is realizing that they're losing their support. And that's a big, major piece when it comes to building a foundation. To having a sturdy foundation. It's about having a village. Somebody's going to have to start from ground one. Or from ground zero. In order to rebuild. We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody here that was holding back. You know, look at this. This person's like, well, I'm clinging on. This man is just clinging on to his Four Pentacles while he's watching somebody else build their own. Build more. Create more. But somebody is so afraid to open up for fear of losing out and not allowing more to come in. It's like somebody is deciding to settle in life. Eight of Wands reversed, the Hanged Man reversed in the World. Somebody is settling. The Eight of Wands, this is not being able to move forward. Meanwhile, somebody is broken free from some kind of belief. And maybe part of that belief was fighting back against this person. Because something here about when push comes to shove, or like, it's not even worth it in the end because this person doesn't even care. You know, it's the realization for you how somebody here is just so more codependent on all of that. It's like, then you know what, fine. Be like that. Then be like that over there. There is an end to a cycle that is happening, and it's somebody here being able to backstab and betray you. So I feel like you close out this cycle with this individual, and now they're spiraling and tanking and, you know, doubling down and showing the world who they actually have been the whole time. Because you stopped fighting them, and you just said, fine, keep fighting yourself. And they did. I wonder if this even has to do with that reading that we did yesterday about somebody realizing they were sleeping with the monster. And it doesn't even have to mean, like, figuratively. I mean, like, literally sleeping with the monster. It could just mean, like, figuratively. Like, I couldn't believe that, like, I allowed this person to be in my life in whatever capacity they were in for this long. It's like somebody here is trying to control people's decisions based on their own fear, based on their inability to open up. And that's because they got a boo-boo when they were 4. I'm being sarcastic when I say that. This 8 of Wands could also be bad news. And troubling news about previous actions. Strong Pisces, Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Taurus energy here. And then with this world, it's like it's the end. Universe, tell us more. There's a whole lot of reversals. The 10 of Wands reversed, the 10 of Cups reversed, the 7 of Cups reversed, and the 2 of Cups reversed. Somebody's refusing to move on. That's for sure. Both of these 10s are in the reverse. Somebody's not seeing the writing on the walls. They're reverting back to old behavior. I'm gonna be honest, I do not like this vibe. The Devil reversed. Somebody here broke free from some kind of restrictions here that was holding them back. They've gained a different perspective. Maybe that's what this is. Somebody here really cares more about how you see them, and they need you to see them in a specific way in order for them to go about life. But this person here has also been your enemy. So they wanted to take you out, but they also needed you as fuel. And maybe this is part of the manipulation and even the spiritual warfare that this person was sending your way. And the universe is just so sick of the entitlement, because they're like, what is it do you want? Do you want them gone, or do you want to take from them? Because if they're gone, you're not going to have anything to feel. Like, it doesn't make sense. The entitlement is sickening. Because somebody here is not playing in the rules. Somebody here has been brushing off and throwing all of their responsibilities onto others based on some kind of fear that they have, or they manipulated something from their past as an excuse. But this is somebody here who doesn't even view people the same. The 2 of Cups and this 10 of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody that's not willing. It's very interesting, because in this deck, the lady on the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups is the High Priestess. So it's like they want the information that you have. They want you to be able to help them. They want to use your power, your connection with the divine, by manipulating your perception of them. But this is somebody here that's not willing to come and help and save you when you need help. But they want what it is that you naturally have. They want your aura. Somebody here never wanted you to seek out assistance from the divine with this Seven of Cups. Somebody here is failing. Maybe they don't understand that you are led by something greater than you. Somebody here is hoping that you would make a poor decision, that you would go against your intuition, that you would go against wherever the universe was guiding you to go, that you would go in that you would choose a different path, that you would go a different way. But you chose to be authentic. And part of being authentic is embracing the truth, no matter how hard it may sting. And for you, that was, wow, it was the way that I was looking at this person. It was all the times that I gave them the benefit of the doubt. It was all the times that I tried to view it in a lens of compassion, where it's like, they're going through this, but they're going through that. But just because somebody is unhealed, that's not an excuse to allow yourself to constantly be victimized by somebody's clear abuse that now they're just using as an excuse. It's just a cover-up. You know, it's like somebody complaining that their ankle hurts, but yet then doesn't go to the doctor. So it's like, does your ankle really hurt? I'm one of those people who's like, well, it's been 3 years, Susan. Like, does that ankle really hurt? Or... And I understand the whole thing with, like, insurance. I get it. But, like, if it really hurt that bad, you would go to the ER and get it checked out. They're not allowed to turn you away just because of lack of insurance. And it's against the law, as under my understanding, at least here in the U.S., for debt collectors to even come at you for medical care. But then again, I come from Massachusetts, so I know it's a whole different world up here. Seven of Pentacles reversed. Somebody wants to make you some kind of offer, but they know that you're going to turn this offer down. They can't have you sway. And look at all these cups in the reverse. Somebody here is uncompassionate. This is somebody here who's very selfish. The cups are all empty. They're not willing to give. They just want to take. We have the Sun reversed and the Seven of Wands sideways. See, this is what's going away. Somebody here trying to storm your castle, trying to take what is yours. Somebody here wants to rule your empire instead of building their own. That's what it is. They want your life instead of trying to build their own life. We have the Nine of Cups. You will be happy. You will be happy. You will be in connection with people that are aligned with you. The divine is going to make sea of it. And for some of you, this could even been somebody here who was working so hard against you to try and rob you of your soul tribe, of meaningful relationships. For some of you, maybe this person's being purposely doing shit behind the scenes to keep you away from a partner. We have the Magician in the reverse. And the Moon. This manipulator's mask is completely falling down and wearing off. There is going to be a brand new beginning, and the world is going to be in your hands again. It's like somebody is... They're going to be so far away from you that they're not even gonna... They're going to be so busy with trying to rebuild themselves for failing to heed the lesson, to heed the warning, to grow, to evolve, to drop the entitlement, to heal, to not allow their pride and their ego to get in the way. They've been given plenty of chances. We have the Chariot. And now, I mean, this forward movement cannot be stopped. Your forward movement cannot be stopped or delayed any longer. And this person's going to have to pay the price for their entitlement, for thinking that they know better than the divine, than source, that they think that they can do and say whatever they want, and that there's going to be no repercussions for it, and that they can essentially, it almost feels like somebody, and I don't want to trigger anybody, but it's like trying to enslave people in a modern day way by using emotional and mental abuse. And it's all because somebody here lost sight of who they are. They were so busy trying to be everyone around them that they lost themselves. They lost their soul in the process. Whew. 2626 on the timer. Universe, tell us more, please. You're going to be happy. Your wishes are going to come true. And somebody here is not happy. Somebody's inability to embrace and accept their own truth, deciding to live a life of a lie, has really messed up a whole situation. Because this person, because again, with the Seven of Wands in their breast, there's usually multiple people standing opposition. But I feel like people just don't even care anymore. Like people are not even willing to fight for this person anymore. There's no sticking up for this person. There's no defending this person. I just think that people are not even giving this any energy at all. Because everybody is realizing how far they allowed themselves to be manipulated by somebody, because now they're starting to see somebody for who they actually are, which is a monster. A greedy, prideful, arrogant monster who just wants what everybody has, which is fine and dandy, but this is somebody who wants it given to them, or they want to take it. Like, that's how this person lives their life. That's how they built their life. Very immorally. Very unjust. But also the first person to hold people accountable. To, like, do the right thing. You know, how could you do that to me? That's not being right. It's like somebody, you know what I mean? It's like somebody here who, I don't know if they spin religion or spin spirituality or just whatever, right? This is somebody here who's just sneaky and shady and is doing everybody dirty, but then tries to hold people accountable, but then doesn't want to be held accountable. Then they just get angry and highly emotional in hopes to instill fear, just so that you can panic because you're like, I'm afraid that, you know, just to feel like you're intimidated. But I feel like nobody here is intimidated anymore. And they're also not fearful anymore. That's why that devil is in reverse. Their grip has worn off. And people are starting to see how somebody here is just a thief. They're a nobody. They lost their soul. And I hate to say that they're a nobody, but that's exactly who they are, because they don't know themselves. They're not who they were meant to be. They're fragmented pieces of those that they've encountered, of those that they tried to impress and one up. Universe, tell us more, please. We have memory. Somebody here is reminiscing. We have broken in the reverse, an emotional storm. Somebody thought that they could break you, but they realized, well, they're obviously learning now that they were obviously wrong. Somebody here is in extreme turmoil. They're very unstable because they're reminiscing and thinking about the past. And this all has to do with loyalty. They know that you will never trust them again, so now they're trying to get distracted. I don't know, maybe they're distracting themselves with some type of substance or bad behavior that they're obviously repeating. Right? They're going back to whatever defense mechanism that they do have. Somebody here who's lusting, very non-committal. See, they're non-committal, they don't care. And this is somebody here who's obsessed, they're infatuated. They like breaking the... This is like somebody here who gets off on knowing that they're doing something wrong. Like, that's how even more twisted this is getting. It's like somebody gets off on that. It's just gross. Like, that's how they feel good about themselves, or... Somebody here who's thinking. They're obviously not thinking well enough. A divine masculine in chemistry. They're thinking about what they could potentially do in order to strike some kind of chemistry, in order to strike some kind of spark between y'all again. Again, family, friend, lover, business. This could be a divine masculine, or this could just be somebody here who's trying to emulate that they are divine masculine, but in all actuality, there's a karmic here, controlled by their own fear. Past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. This is a shallow individual here who's repeating a lesson. This could have been a past life enemy of yours, or a past life soulmate. And now they're trying to escape, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. They're trying to push away all of their thoughts because they can't stop thinking of the fact of what they've done. And this is causing them some turmoil here because they recognize that they could never broke you, but they ended up breaking themselves in the process. That's exactly what it is. They thought that they could break you, but they broke themselves in the process. It's like somebody wanted you to lose your mind so badly that now they're losing their mind. Universe, please tell us more. By the way, I will be finishing the rest of the signs for September. I did just get an alert today that I believe my package is going to be either delivered tomorrow or Monday, and I ordered some new cards, so I'm just holding out for those. Universe. You're being asked to continue to hustle, continue doing what you're doing. This person's going to continue to hold a grudge. I feel like a major part, too, for you was still learning to continue to persevere, even though you were feeling pressure from other people, even though you were encountering opposition. That's why the universe is like, you know what, the collective is ready. They passed their lesson. They entered the gateway. Because they didn't let the fear get to them. You're being asked to continue to make it rain. Continue to be focused on getting money. Let this person continue to hold a grudge. We have a screenshot. You're going to be getting some kind of evidence or proof or some kind of facts here on how somebody here was trying to steal your work, trying to steal your ideas, or even evidence on how somebody was trying to duplicate you or try to feed off of you. Right? And this could mean, like, you could be getting screenshots, you know, of the conversations and the shit that this person has said about you, or the things that they may have spilled about you. Or could even be somebody here who's holding something that you may have done a long time ago, and that's what they based you on, and that's why they decided to break you, because maybe 20 years ago, you know, you took their Capri Sun, and whatever. I don't know. I honestly, at the end of the day, I still feel like that's a misunderstanding on what happened in the past. I just think that somebody here is mad that they got in trouble. I honestly, what I really feel like this is that somebody here got in trouble because you called them out on something and they've been holding a grudge ever since. And they viewed you as an enemy because you're somebody here who doesn't allow immorality or injustice to just, happen right in front of you. Like, you're the type of person that's going to speak up. It doesn't matter if it's your family, your friend, a lover, or a business partner. What's right is right. Whoever this reading is for, like, you're not somebody here who bites their tongue or isn't going to hold people accountable just because of who they are in your life. And you don't let things slide, and you don't give people blind loyalty. So you could be receiving information here. Some kind of proof, some kind of information, some kind of evidence about how somebody here was doing things behind your back. But yet also stealing your ideas to try and copy you, to try and duplicate you. So that goes back to the initial message that I channeled earlier in the beginning. Was like, they want to get rid of you, but yet they want to take from you. So, I mean, if this was even spiritual warfare, like, what? Is somebody trying to do, like, goodbye spells? And then also trying to do, like, love spells? So that way you view them in a positive sense? And people can do love spells for all different reasons. It doesn't have to just be, like, romantic, foo-foo love. So it's like they wanted you to still like them, but yet they wanted you gone. And, like, the council who handled these petitions is like, what is going on here? They're like, is this one all right? This one's not all right. Like, even the Divine Council is like, this person needs a therapist. We have ignoring in jackpot. You're ignoring this person because you're focused on getting rich. You're focused on this jackpot that you know is your blessing, that you know is your future, that you know is in your Akashic record. You're just tapping in to your destiny. And somebody here was holding you from the jackpot, but secretly that's the jackpot that they wanted. But they didn't pass the energetic signature needed in order to get through the portal. You did. You did in time. And you were always meant to. This was always meant to happen the way that it was. This could be a twin flame situation, and not all twin flame situations are love. I don't care what the rest of the spiritual community has to say. It's not, and I think we really need to stop romanticizing spirituality. It's very distasteful. And I don't care if you want to clip me. I don't care. This could be a twin flame. This could be like a family, like a brother, or even like a best friend. Like, this is like someone that was meant to be in your life in order to help push you to ultimately be the person that you were always supposed to be. But this is somebody who did not learn their lessons out of the relationship that they were supposed to have with you. 2 of Cups and 10 of Cups reversed. They allowed it to break them instead of trying to break you, because you were never meant to break. Because you were just being you with that Queen of Wands. You weren't trying to be something that you weren't, and this person was. That's why the tower was always meant to fall. Somebody else could be getting into legal issues. And you could be getting evidence. Maybe somebody here even did try to steal an inheritance from you. This one says inheritance. Or they were trying to make sure that you were cut out of an inheritance. Somebody here who forces their will, forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. trying to keep people stuck in a love triangle, in a third-party situation, and that could be family, friend, love, or business. And here you are, unbothered. Maybe you just gave up. You in not fighting for something and not speaking up. Because I feel like that was the move that you made. You stopped fighting. You were like, whatever. Keep it. Right? If people think that you're so worthy enough of it, have it. But then in you allowing that allowed them to expose themselves. And here you are, unbothered. And here you are, hustling and making it rain. And you're like, thank you for giving me so much more time back. Because now you're raking in the money. Or you're raking in the blessings. Things are now turning in your favor. And this person's broken, fallen apart. And realizing that they lost. Because now everybody's looking at them like, you sure are acting a lot like how you said the collective was. But here the collective is winning and shining, and here you are. Broken. This thief, you broke a thief, collective. 4141 on the timer. You broke a thief. You made this person pay up. And they may not be able to pay up physically, but you're making them pay for it spiritually. Going back to this dice here with this King of Pentacles, you know your worth. You know your value. And you know your work, your character, your morality, and your values speak for themselves. You don't have to work any harder for people to see that. And that's what you needed to remind yourself. That was your lesson. Your character. And this person is talking shit. Because now you're uninterested in them. You're uninterested in what they got. Because you're just like, whatever. You want the Four of Pentacles? Keep the Four of Pentacles. I'm going to go for the Ten of Pentacles. But you enjoy that. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like you enjoy that Happy Meal toy. And I'm going to enjoy like my $100 new Lego set. Or I'm going to go to Build-A-Bear. You know? It's like, enjoy that. Your light irritates their demons. You know that. You're like, you know what? Now I'm going to give them something to talk about. Do it, collective. Because if they thought that you were stunning then, or that you were rubbing things in their face, or that you just being you, you know what I mean, was making them feel some kind of way, like now they're definitely going to feel some kind of way. You're too busy winning. And this person's trying to be all up in your business so they know how to talk shit, and you're unbothered. You're unbothered. It's kind of like this person's almost like the, you know, like the paparazzi or the tabloids. Like, that's how like, view how this energy was to you. Like, it's not top tier journalism. They're not winning a Pulitzer Prize. This is somebody that's constantly stuck in their head. They overanalyze everything. But yet they don't think about their consequences. And this is somebody who just wants you to give them a handout. Universe, tell us more. Somebody is being kicked to the curb because somebody is not accepting a fake apology. Somebody here is a hater. They hate you, but they want to be you. That's why they keep... Whatever secret they've been keeping about you is coming out. I feel like that's how much they really want you, or they want to, whatever. I don't know. Something here is twisted. Somebody here is a bugaboo, though. This is somebody here who uses people for what they have. This could be a hobosexual. We do have tantric sex, so this is somebody here who could want to swoon you with good sex, or trying to lure you in with something pleasurable. Doesn't have to be sex. Trying to lure you in with some kind of temptation. They're trying to claim that they hate nothing about you. No, I mean, of course they're going to claim that because they need something from you. Because they've been all up in your business. They see how you've been busy winning and making it rain. So this person wants a handout. They want some money. So they want to come back around. But yet they're talking shit about you behind their back. And they don't think that maybe in the past, maybe you caught on to the fact that they were asking you for things, but yet talking shit behind your back, but that flaunting the things that they were able to get due to the funds that you gave them to all these other people. But maybe that's why now they want to come back, because now this group is looking like, so you don't have anything new, or you're not keeping up anymore, or I don't know. Maybe the group caught on. Because when you cut them off, then their friends had to start spotting them. Thank you, Spirit. Their friends had to start spotting them, and they were like, wait, I thought you were, you know, this big-ass boss. I guess you're not. Oh, wait. But that's because you're no longer with Collective, or you're no longer dealing with the Collective. So were you really just talking shit, or were you just envious and using them to gain some kind of clout? This toxic motherfucker. Somebody here is toxic. They reek. They reek of it. Burning evidence in the reverse. Oh, well, they should have gotten rid of it when they had the chance, but it's too late now. We have a love story once upon a time. It's like somebody was trying to write their own fairy tale, but they ended up writing themselves in as the villain. Again, this whole keeping you a secret. And now this person's being kicked to the curb. They're being exiled by their own people. And they can't get rid of the evidence. And maybe this is the evidence that their people have. We have a copycat. Somebody here is a copycat, but they didn't get away with it. There's too much red lipstick stains. Somebody played way too many games. Somebody who could even be promiscuous. This is somebody who just uses people, anybody for their own benefit. This is somebody who tries to steal people away, try to steal friends, try to steal family members, try to steal lovers. But things are now falling apart for this person. Things are now falling apart. Falling into pieces, and the record is definitely going to be set straight. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, though. They don't want to hear it. The fact that all of their betrayal, all of their backstabbing is coming out. They don't want to hear why they're unworthy of your trust, because they know. This person's just trying to be a copycat. But their image has faded because you cut them out, you cut the source, and everybody is now seeing like, yo, wait, I thought you were, but the Collective is looking like this. Somebody here who was just putting on a show. They were just putting on a show. That's sad. That is so sad. How much time do I have left? You know what? Enough about them. Universe, please give us some angel numbers for the Collective. 2626. Soul contracts are at play. Learn with compassion. Cleanse your field. Protect your energy. 7676. 1515. Time to pivot. Your desires are being reshaped. That's why soul contracts are being at play here. It's time to pivot. Maybe it's time to cut some of those cords, and that's what you did. You're cleansing your field and you're protecting your energy. And you understand that, yeah, you know what? This person's plagued by their own demons, and you may even understand it, right? What it's like to succumb to fear and pressure and living up to everyone else's expectations, right? Maybe this person doesn't know how to handle those responsibilities. We did have that 10 of Wands in the reverse. They try to dodge them. But just because you understand doesn't mean that it can be excused. See, and I think somebody here is more mad at the fact that you have put boundaries up, but when you put boundaries up, we put boundaries up for ourselves. And not for other people. We put boundaries up for us. That's how we learn a lesson. That's by saying, I am no longer accepting this type of energy. And somebody's taking it as you're doing something to them. 717 and 1711. And one flipped over on the floor. Give me a moment. 1881. Money and mission align. Yeah, see, you're tapping into your divine inheritance at this time, all of your blessings. You're tapping into your destiny. You're leveling up. Keep going. Keep going. But be honest, because truth deepens love. Now is not a time to lie. Be honest. And it's not about saving people's feelings, because the truth will always be the truth. And people can receive it however they want to receive it. But be honest. Be truthful. Don't hold back, because you're holding back somebody from their growth as well. 1551. Instant shifts are possible. Be bold. It's time for you to be bold in what it is that you want. You're leveling up. Don't be afraid to ask for more. Because I know you're probably like, oh, things are starting to work in my favor. Like, you don't want to rock the boat by asking for too much. No, rock the boat. You deserve to rock the boat. This is your party boat. You're going on one of those dinner cruises or those whatever they do. You know, this is your time. The boat is for you. It's time for you to rock it. It's time for you to rock the boat, collective. And continue to cleanse and protect your energy. Universe. Please give us an affirmation for the collective. I thought one flipped over. Please give us an affirmation for the collective, universe. Thank you. Don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yeah, that's probably it. Maybe they did. I mean, somebody here is definitely doing something here to escape. I don't know. Maybe something here could be laced with something that's going to make them poop their pants. I don't know. I don't even know how all that stuff works. Universe. Please give us a final message for the collective. Thank you. We have innocence, 43. Breaks down to a 7. Somebody here could be 43. Excuse me. The simplest gestures of love and respect can prevail over even the toughest of hearts. In this card, the lightness of the aura around Ganesha portrays innocence. By being soft and still, you are giving the universe the opportunity to assist you in creating your desires. Be willing to release any cynicism. Have you noticed yourself becoming increasingly critical over time? As you gather more experience, sometimes the familiarity of a situation can cause you to lose touch with your innocence. It is only natural to expect similar outcomes as you have had in the past when similar situations present themselves in your life. Don't forget, though, that change and transformation are always possible. You are being offered an opportunity to approach this situation with renewed peace. If you are making changes to your job situation, relationships, or even the direction of your life path, approach this with the sense of exploration and the excited curiosity of a child. Be willing to let go of the preconceived ideas that have developed over time in your mind. Allow your heart to be centered in a place of peace. Every day, call on Ganesha for guidance to renew your mind and refresh your thinking. With Ganesha's assistance, contemplate each situation you encounter. Ask Ganesha to support you. Remember to pray for freedom from fears, worries, and unhealthy obsessions that might control your thoughts and harm your soul. Be accountable for your decisions and their results. Just knowing that you are responsible will assist you to take decisions seriously and with greater consideration. Be willing to release any cynicism. See, I feel like that was what it is that they were trying to use to cause you to break. They wanted you to be cynical. They wanted you to be highly critical and highly judgmental. They never wanted you to heal because they were unable to heal themselves. But they wanted the perks of what comes from healing. That is what I have for y'all today. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.